Welcome back to the AZ Gooner. Today I have a non-Arsenal related video. We're going to be doing some Champions League predictions. We're at the quarterfinal stage. There was the international break this week, so not much going on. Let's get into these predictions. Here is the Champions League bracket. We got the top half of the bracket, which is very, very strong. We got some powerhouses here, uh, teams with a lot of history, a lot of quality. Starting at the top, we got Real Madrid and Chelsea. Chelsea have not been great this year. They sit mid-table in the Premier League. They made a lot of signings. They spent a lot of money, but still things just aren't clicking with Graham Potter at manager. Real Madrid have not been great either. They're going to lose out in La Liga to Barcelona, but we know Real Madrid's history in the Champions League. They won it last year. They still have very quality players, Vinicius Jr., Karim Benzema. With the form that Chelsea are in, I don't see them being able to beat Real Madrid. I think Real Madrid just have too much quality, and they know this competition. So I got Real Madrid winning. Next, we got Manchester City versus Bayern Munich. Manchester City are trying to win that first Champions League under Pep. Bayern Munich, a very different team now. Now Thomas Tuchel is in charge, and remember what happened last time Thomas Tuchel took over a team midway through the season. He ended up beating Pep in the Champions League final a few years ago when he was at Chelsea. So I think now that Tuchel is manager, I think this is now very, very interesting. And I think Bayern, they have a lot of attacking quality, Musiala, Mane. So I think City will be trying to win. The City are going to be putting all their focus on this Champions League, but I think they will lose. I don't think they'll be able to get past Bayern. I think with Thomas Tuchel in charge, I think it's very interesting, obviously, and also Joao Cancelo, who's at Bayern as well, former Manchester City player. I think Bayern will get it done. Now we move to the lower half of the bracket, which is more of the underdogs of the bracket. We have three Italian teams, and then Benfica. We start with Milan and Napoli. Milan barely got past Tottenham in their last round. They haven't been doing great this season. And then Napoli, obviously, first place in Serie A, have been arguably the best team in the world this year. Kavica Kvaratskhelia and Victor Osimhen leading the way for Napoli. I think Napoli will get through this round pretty easily. Next, we move to Benfica and Inter. Benfica have actually been playing really well this year. They're top of their league, and I think probably the least interesting match of the quarterfinals, but I'm gonna go with Benfica. I think they're just playing a lot better than Inter right now. Now for my semifinals, Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. This is gonna be a very, very good game over two legs, and I think Real Madrid have a lot of quality. They do, and they've won it last year. But I think this year's Bayern Munich team, when you look at their attack, I think they're gonna be too good for Real Madrid. So I'm gonna go with Bayern Munich. And then we look at Napoli and Benfica. I think the run that Napoli's on right now, the form that they're in, they've surprised so many people this year, and they're playing so well. I think Napoli are going to be too strong for Benfica, and I see them going to the final. So my Champions League final, Bayern Munich against Napoli. It will be really interesting to see how Bayern plays under Thomas Tuchel. I think that they will benefit from it a lot. I think they'll be very strong defensively and still have that attacking quality. They're obviously a well-known powerhouse. Napoli, who are just this year just on the rise. Many people, nobody even heard of Kvaratskhelia before this year. Now, right now, he's playing like the best player in the world. And Osimhen is just scoring goal after goal, game after game. We got Bayern with the experience, and then we got Napoli, who this is really their first time making this. These players are making a run into the Champions League final. So, who are we gonna go with here? I really want Napoli to do it. I think it would be great to see. I think a lot of fans want to see Napoli win. So, I'm gonna go with Napoli to win the 2023 Champions League.